Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the M103. This is a Tier 9 American Tech Tree Heavy. It's honestly a really good Tier 9. It does have some downsides, like every tank, but it also has some great upsides. Today's video is a replay, and it is one of the most tragic, depressing replays you're ever gonna see. I'm not going to spoil why, but I think you'll agree by the time you're finished with today's video that I should just uninstall the game. So, Yamato3, why am I playing it? Well, it's because in the latest update of the game, Wargaming gave this vehicle enhanced graphics, and I think we can all agree it looks fantastic. It looks honestly great. I was really hoping when they enhanced the graphics of this vehicle that it was also going to get an armor buff on the turret. Well, unfortunately, it did not actually end up getting an armor buff. It would have really been nice if it did get one, but thankfully, the rest of the M103 is still pretty good. It has a great gun with solid damage per shot at 400, 380 millimeters of premium pen allows it to butter through just about anything in front of it, and when you pair all of that with the 8 degrees of gun depression and decent mobility, the M103 is still a beast, to be entirely real. And I got another beast behind me, the T-30. My platoon mate and I can deal 1,000 damage every time we tap the fire button together. I'm going to aim it on the Bisonte, easy shot right into the top of the vehicle. I've already managed to deal 1,600 damage, and oh, well, there goes the enemy Bisonte for a whopping 900 ammo rack. Now I'm going to push up on the Emil 2 as fast as I can. Now you might think to yourself right now that, oh, well, this game's going pretty well. That was just an unfortunate shot. But yeah, I mean, the game looks like it's going pretty well. I'm up to 1,600 damage, and the Emil's right here. I'm going to get the shot into this player, easy shot, and then my teammate's going to get the clear. So we've taken out a Tier 9 and Tier 8, but uh-oh, our team is already down a lot of vehicles. I've got the A-TAC on my rear, which isn't the most fun tank to deal with, and I don't really know what to do right now. Really. Well, one of the big downsides of the M103 is its on-movement dispersion. It is one of the most inaccurate vehicles on move. And it's a bit of a bummer because it makes snapping shots in this tank rather challenging. We get a nice shell into the A-TAC. That player is now down to a one-shot. However, it is just me and my teammate versus 4. I need to take this player out of the game, and thankfully, they back right into my point of view. Dead. Okay, well, my teammate's still got 700 health left. I need to get over there as quick as I can to try and support him. Scorpion G's on my rear. I don't really care about the Scorpion right now. I need to shoot the Progetto, and boom. Just like that, I do get a shell into the Progetto, which is super important. Now I have the Scorpion and the Kampfpanzer 07PE. Kampfpanzer's aiming in on my teammate, so I'm going to get a nice shell into his tank, and I'm going to sit in this position right now. The reason why is because I can hopefully hold off this Kampfpanzer from rushing my teammate. Let's see, aiming. Come on. Right now we're up to 3,500, and we have the lower plate of the KPZ. Let me load a gold shell. Look at that. Goes right into the lower plate. Another 400 damage. At this point, I am going to move up because I see the Kampfpanzer rushing. So my teammate gets a nice shell out. We get a 335 roll. Bro, that is awful. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to matter too much unless I can get the clear. Nah, it wouldn't have made a difference. All right, well, I'm going to ram this guy, and then I'm going to fire a shell into his roof. Okay. Well, it's still actually not an awful situation to be in. We got the Progetto, and we also have the Scorpion G. Now, I need to get this Progetto taken out. So I overpoke, get a nice shell into his tank, and now we have the Scorpion. I have 1,200 health left, and the Scorpion has 1,150. So this should be pretty easy, right? I'm just going to drive up, use my gun depression. Scorpion is running away, so I'm going to get an easy high explosive. We get a 669 damage fire. Now, my average damage with high explosive is 515. And that means that all I need is one more high explosive into the rear of the M103, and this game should be a surefire win. Or not. Or I'm going to low roll massively. Now the Scorpion G has 22 health left. But there's a bit of a problem. Base A is captured, which is all the way behind me, and base C is right in front of me. There's no way I can capture base A without that M103 going over to base D, so at this point I am forced to try and kill the M103. Unfortunately, they get spotted through that little gap. You can even see I was looking at that gap to try and pre-aim it, but I wouldn't have been able to hit that in any world. The enemy team is now at 900 on the base cap. This isn't looking very good. I'm going to climb over the hill here. And let's see if we can get the M103. Nope, we are not able to get him so far. 930 on the base cap now. Well, I'm going to drive over the hill this side, hoping that the M103 is going to show me his tank. Keep climbing up the hill. And now I'm going to drive straight down. Okay, 960 on the base cap, 968, 970. All right, let me just pause this really quick, right? Full side of the M103. Where do you think it goes? Above. It goes above his tank and misses. You can actually see the shell tracer here. Look at the shell tracer, bro. Look at the shell tracer. We can clearly see it went above his tank by 1 freaking millimeter. Now, I know some of you might say, oh, why didn't you spend another second aiming? Well, because I shouldn't have had to, bruh. I had the flat side of an M103. Well, at this point, 998, 1000, and it doesn't matter. Even though I do clear the M103, doesn't make a difference. I deal 5,900 damage. And we lose because of Supremacy. This is why a lot of people always ask, why don't you play Supremacy, Droodles? And this is why. I deal 6,000 damage. My teammate does 3,500. Combined, that is 9,500 damage. And yet, we lose. It's crazy that you can put that much effort into a battle and your team can still throw a game. My teammate and I combined did more than 1, 2, 3, 4 players on the enemy team, and yet our team still did that much worse. And man, it's just, I cannot believe my shell missed the side of the Scorpion and then also low rolled massively to the point where we didn't get the clear. I mean, I just can't believe that you can have that bad RNG back to back. Wargaming clearly did not want me to win the game. Now, in terms of the M103, it is a pretty good vehicle. And if you're thinking about grinding the T110E5, it is a very solid tank. I mean, even with that game not going the way I wanted it to, you can still very clearly see the tank itself has some great capabilities, right? Super solid DPM at 2,200. It's not great, like, it's not the best DPM, I should say, but it's really good because you have a super accurate gun. 0.297 dispersion, good aiming time. Its on-movement dispersion can be a little goofy, but you're pumping out shells, you're ripping out DPM. You've got 8 degrees of gun depression, somewhat decent turret armor. It says 127 on paper, but it's definitely a lot better than that. And the best part is the 380 millimeters of heat pen. Plus, the tank is fairly mobile, reaching a top speed of 34 with a pretty good power to weight ratio, so it actually chills at around 34. I do like this tank a lot, and I don't have that many games in it on this account, but you can see the 55 games I've played in it, I've done very well. So, if you like this style of American hull down heavy, it's a great shout. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you want to see more SAG content like this, make sure to click that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.